Welcome to Family First Life, the Rogue Imo. My name is Eric Hamadi. I'm going to be spending the next 20 minutes with you, going over the agency overview with you. So Family First Life is an insurance marketing organization, or IMO. It was created in December of 2013 by agents for agents. This is our president and CEO, Sean Mike. What makes Sean different from other CEOs in the insurance industry is that Sean was an agent himself, who personally issued over $800,000 of insurance by himself in a calendar year. And while he was an agent, he ran an agency of 42 agents issuing more than $850,000 a month worth of insurance. He currently has a mission right now to change the entire insurance industry. He said, "My goal is to have an army of men and women who have bigger bank accounts than any agents in the history of the industry." And it's working. So Nina is one of our agents. She's 25 years old in Arizona. She went from a personal trainer to earning over $400,000 in 2020. Jamie, he's from Oregon, 27 years old. He went from a top MLM leader and digital marketing agency owner to making $30,000 a month here. Brandon from Arizona, 40 years old. He was a former banker with 6 kids who's now consistently earning over $40,000 a month. Genevieve from Virginia, 29 years old. She was a Division I basketball player who was headed into the medical field, but in her first year with Family First Life made over $400,000. And Teresa from Nevada, 62 years old, owned a restaurant prior to coming here, and now made over $430,000 last year. So how have we pulled this off? Simple, by going rogue. So I once heard billionaire Mark Cuban from Shark Tank say, anytime he enters an industry that's done the same thing for over 20 years, he goes in and does the exact opposite and then tries to disrupt the entire marketplace. So in the last few years, there's been many companies that have achieved that. So think about Netflix disrupting the movie industry, or Airbnb disrupting the hotel industry, or Uber and Lyft disrupting taxi services, or how Amazon disrupted the retail shipping industry, and many more. So when it comes to life insurance, I want you to think of Family First Life. Basically what the entire industry has been doing for the last 20, 30, 40 years, Family First Life was created to literally go the complete opposite direction. So here's how. Normally, when it comes to compensation, everyone starts you off at a 25, 30, 35, 40% comp, and then they max you out at about 100, 105, maybe 110. Family First Life starts you at 90 and then maxes you out at 145. So we're known as the highest paying IMO in the industry. Now, when it comes to renewals, every other IMO makes you work 5 to 10 years before you get your renewals, and once you leave, the IMO might even keep them. At Family First Life, you're vested in day one. Now, what does that mean? That means if you build a business today and leave tomorrow, your business comes with you. Let's talk about compensation. According to LIMRA, which is the marketing research authority for life insurance, the average agent in the life insurance industry makes about $43,000 a year. Meanwhile, the average agent at Family First makes over $174,000 a year. Even the training and trainers are different. Many of these trainers and other companies haven't been in the field in years. Some of them haven't been in the field at all. They sit behind a desk, they tell you what to do, even though they have no idea how to do it. What's worse is they make you pay for training, and they make you go to trainings every single week. Here at Family First, only $20,000 a month producers and above are even allowed to train at all. We don't do weekly meetings. What we do have is quarterly regional trainings across the country, and we have a national conference once a year, and all of our trainings are 100% free. Also, how you generate business is super important to consider. Some of these IMOs might give you leads that are 2, 3, 5 years old, or even worse. Might make you talk to your friends and family about insurance, so when you go to the next Thanksgiving or Christmas party, all your friends and family try to dodge you. So with Family First Life, you don't have to do that. Okay, we work with dozens of different lead vendors, and we have tons of exclusive, fresh leads for agents who are hungry to run business right now. Also, a lot of these places tell you that you're independent, but once you contract with them, they don't want you to work with anybody else. Or if you ask to leave, they'll hold your contract hostage for 3 to 6 months. With Family First, you sign no contracts, no agreements to sign. If you're to join us today and leave tomorrow, we'll sign a release usually within 24 to 48 hours as long as you have no debt. Most of the companies might even ask you to pay to join their company. They have what we call an initiation fee. At Family First Life, you'll pay $0 to join or work with us at all. Now, with that said, talk is cheap. Let's actually see the numbers, since numbers don't lie. So any chart that goes up and to the right is usually pretty good, unless it's your weight, or your cholesterol, right? So Family First Life was created in December of 2013. In our first full year of insurance, we did $22 million of issue paid. The following year in 2015, we doubled that and more and did $57 million. And then what followed was a steady string of massive growth. And in 2020, in the middle of a pandemic, we did over $325 million issue paid premium. Now, I want you to understand what issue paid is. So most IMOs, when they show you figures like this, they'll show you their submit numbers. That's when an agent sits at a table with a client, fills out an application, and submits it to the carrier. Now, what you submit to the insurance company and what actually gets placed and paid out, two different things. So you can submit $150 million worth of business, but if only $70 million of business goes through, then you only issued $70 million. And at Family First, all we're going to talk about is issue paid premium. We issued $325 million just last year alone. Now, you might be wondering, okay, so Family First did $325 million last year. How well did the agents do? Well, simple. I already shared that our average agent wrote over $174,000 in premium. Over 50 agents wrote over $400,000, which are a Hall of Fame last year. And multiple agents wrote over $1 million of premium issued. Now, all these numbers are personal, issue paid premium numbers. And most of the agents producing these numbers are around 100% comp or above. Why do I say that? Because you might issue $100,000 worth of insurance, but if you're at a 60% contract, you might as well, you're getting paid half of what these agents are getting paid. So who are we partnered with? Family First Life has partnered with over dozens of insurance carriers, all A-rated. We specialize in simplified issue life insurance, the kind where you don't have to give blood or have a panel run to get coverage. And we also have all the fully underwritten plans too. So we've partnered with companies like Mutual of Omaha, Americo, Transamerica, AIG, John Hancock, and many others that I'm sure you've heard of. Because we move so much premium every year with these carriers, Family First is able to command ridiculously high commissions. And instead of keeping a big margin for the house, they pass those commissions on to the agents. And with those insurance carriers, we basically work in 4 different types of sectors, of product. The first sector is final expense. So in final expense, we often use a simplified issue whole life product to help cover our senior clients' funeral and burial expenses. The majority of our carriers are going to be able to approve our clients on the spot while you're in the house with them. So before you leave, you can shake your client's hand and let them know they've been approved for coverage. The second sector we work in is mortgage protection. In mortgage protection, we help clients protect their mortgage by paying off their house in case of a death or disability. We also protect the equity that they have inside the home. And many times we can use our return of premium products to help pay off our client's home early, which saves them tons and tons of money and interest. So we also work with advanced market sales, which is basically IULs, Index Universal Life Policies and Annuities. So we use IULs to help build cash flow for our clients and implement infinite banking type concepts. We use fixed index annuities to protect the assets that our clients have and eventually turn on pension-like income. And then the fourth sector is we do Medicare supplements. So basically, we'll help our clients over the age of 65 cover their Medicare expenses. And you need to have a health insurance license to do this in AHIP, but this is the life insurance and health insurance license that you're required to have in order to sell with Family First Life, and we do play in all these sandboxes. So we talked earlier about how generating business is a very crucial thing. So how do we generate business here at Family First Life? Well, we work with dozens of different lead vendors who specialize in insurance marketing. We believe in both online and offline marketing. So online, we have Facebook final expense leads. The reason we like these so much is because final expense leads are generally generated really, really quickly when you do it through Facebook and social media. Also, the most exciting leads we have right now are instant internet leads where clients go online and request information for a quote on life insurance. These leads range anywhere from $1 up to $11, and they're exclusive to us. So they're the most economical way for new agents to get started and get cash flow positive immediately. And then offline, we use direct mail. So we have direct mail BPL, which stands for buy per lead system for mortgage protection and final expense. The vendors spend thousands of dollars doing mail drops, and anytime a client fills out a handwritten form and sends it back to us, the lead vendor will charge anywhere from $30 to $60 per lead. Or you can do the mail drops yourself. You take 1,000 pieces of mail, we drop it into a county, either for mortgage protection or final expense, and then whatever the clients send back, it's all for you to keep. And those mail drops range anywhere from $450 up to $650. So now let's talk about the most important slide of the presentation, which is our compensation and how you get paid. So on the left of this chart here, you'll see what we call the producer contract. This basically means that you can earn anywhere from a 90% to 130% commission on your own efforts, or what we call your own pen. Now, you don't want to build an agency and you don't want to write, you don't have to, okay? You can write your way all the way up to 130% comp by yourself. So, for example, if you write $20,000 a month back to back, issue paid with 0 agents on your team, you can earn 110% comp level. And the beauty of our comp plan is you'll never go down once you hit a level. So let's say you hit the 110% comp level and the following month you don't issue $20,000 a month, you're never going to drop back down to 100, 95, or 90. You're always going to stay at 110 permanently. Now, we also have builder's contracts, which means you and your agents go out every single month, protect a ton of families. If you and your agents write over 150,000 issue pay business 2 months in a row, for example, you'll be what we call a vice president, and you'll be at 120% comp level. So you can go up either side, whichever one's better for you, that's the one you're going to get. And you can max out the comp plan by issuing $750,000 worth of issue paid business 2 months in a row as a team, and you're a FMO, field marketing organization, direct to the company. When I came on board, it took me about 7 months to max out the comp plan, so anybody can do it. Now, unlike most IMOs where they make you have a specific type of structure where you have a certain amount of bubbles of people, or what happens is you can't take any more from this leg and you have to have 3, and then they have to help another 3 to tier up, right? Family First doesn't do that way, okay? So you can either personally write or you can help your agents write business, and as long as your total volume is properly distributed, you're going to move all the way up the comp plan. We don't require you to have a specific amount of agents, and we don't require you to specifically have agents at a specific level or whatever. We just require you to hit the volume of production in order for you to get pulled up, okay? So now let's talk about how agents come on board with us, okay? The first way is they come on part-time, all right? And sometimes just for whatever reason, that makes the most sense. So if you're a part-time agent, and so many business agents come into the business this way, we're going to suggest that you're going to buy Facebook leads and internet leads, okay? So keep it online. Most part-time agents are going to run Saturday and Sunday because you're probably working Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, right? And on Thursday, Friday in the evening from say 5 to 8:30, you're going to dial the phone and book appointments to run on Saturday and Sunday. And we're going to tell you to book at least 5 appointments a day so you have 10 appointments to run that weekend. And the awesome thing about Family First Life, because of our commission structure, is you don't have to sell a lot to do really well. So let's say that you only sell 3 customers out of those 10 appointments, okay? That's over $6,000 a month and over $70,000 a year. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't know how many gigs, on the side that you can make $6,000 a month part-time working 2 days a week. In fact, most full-time jobs right now don't even pay $70,000 a year. So now let's talk about the full-time agent, okay? So a full-time agent going to be working all hours, right? They're going to buy all types of leads. You're not going to just work Facebook and internet leads. You're going to work direct mail. You're going to do mail drops. You're going to do internet leads. You're going to work every lead that we have because you're full-time, right? Now, most full-time agents are going to run 30 appointments a week. So basically that's 7 appointments, 4 days in the field, or 9 appointments, 3 days in the field, however you want to do it, okay? Now, if you only close a third of those, right, that's over $36,000 a month and over $400,000 a year. And earlier, as you saw, our average agent does $174,000 a year. So full-time agents here at Family First Life do a lot better than that. The beauty of being at Family First Life is if you did $250,000, which is $250,000, you wouldn't even enter the top 200 people in our company. And the reason why is because, like we were talking about before, our Family First is completely different. Like, we're here to disrupt the marketplace. So, and if you choose, you can also build an agency with us. So we're not going to go through all the math, but let's say because you helped Bob get started, right? You help Bob with his phone script. You help Bob with his in-home presentation. You help Bob close his appointments. You help train him. The insurance companies are going to pay you the difference between your position and his position, okay? So let's say that's 5, 10, 15%, whatever, right? The beauty of insurance is Bob did all the work. So between you and Bob, Bob's going to make the most money, right? But because you help Bob, you would get paid a little extra override, is what we call it, for helping him. So here's the question. How many Bobs do you want on your team? 5, 10, 20, 30, right? I mean, as many as you can get, right? So myself personally, like I came on board in April of 2020. And by April of 2021, several months ago, we were able to do, we had over 230 agents in my agency, just as an example, right? And I'm not special. Anybody can do that. So one of the things that separates us from a lot of IMOs is how we support our agents. So we have nationwide support from agents all throughout the country. We do a next level training webinar every Friday. It's also posted in our group. You get to connect with the top producers throughout the entire country and learn their secrets. You get to watch brand new agents or even veteran agents dial live on Facebook so you can literally learn from the best, right? My favorite part is you get to see weekly submit numbers from the entire agency. So if you're competitive at all, there's leaderboards. But the most important piece of the entire group is that we have a positive environment online. It's very conducive to your success. And in addition, we have an agent boot camp to get people up and running. We have Slack groups to tie people together and hundreds of brick and mortar offices around the country to support our agents' growth. So to wrap it up, get back to the person who invited you onto this agency interview and let them know if you're an A, B, or C, right? An A person is somebody that says, I'm in, right? Send me the contract paperwork and let's go, okay? The B person is someone that says, I'm in, but I have some questions. And that's no problem, okay? Our agents will have answer whatever questions that you have to see if it's a good fit for you and us, all right? And then the C person is someone that says, see you later, right? This isn't for me right now, but stay in touch because who knows what the future holds, right? So if you're also interested, but you're not a licensed agent, that's no problem. So we've partnered up with Excel Online Training to help you pay for your online pre-licensing study material. If you were going to go get that on your own, it'd usually be around $200, but we'll take care of that bill for you if you decide to come work with us and we decide to work together. And once you pass your state test, we'll help you apply for your license, get your fingerprints done, get your errors and omissions insurance in place, and we'll send you contracting paperwork and get you started as fast as possible. Okay? With that being said, thank you so much for jumping on the agency overview. My name is Eric Amati. I look forward to working with you, and I'll see you at the top.